what about you would make me, as an enrollment manager, interested in your coming to my institution? That's the first question. What do you bring to the table? What is it about you that stands out? What is it about you that's remarkable? What have you done in your time at the high school level, or rather, right now, the elementary, well, the middle school level, going into high school? What have you done so far to make yourself exceptional? Whereas I want to chase you. Most often, students are applying to institutions, right? And they're hoping they get what?
Accepted.
Accepted. Whereas I want to reverse that now. How many of you heard the concept of when you go to buy a car, you negotiate, and you wait until the dealership says, okay, yes, you want this, let's get it done. In essence, I want you to be the person that I need, I want, I desire, in terms of, because of your academic pedigree, the things that you've done. So that's the first question. What is there about your academic career, your extracurricular experiences that make you exceptional? Number two, how many of you have taken or gained or garnered exposure to a foreign language? How many of you have traveled outside of the U.S.? How many of you in America now, how many of you had experiences that diversify your perspective? So that's two. So you notice I'm using big words that some of you might understand, and I'm not going to break it down because I'm going to force you to do what? Think. Number three, why Clark Atlanta University if you were a senior? So those are three questions that I want to force on you now. You don't have to answer those questions today, but that's something for you to, those three questions are something for you to think about. Do you know why? We live in a world today, the 21st century, right? Where the average student today needs to be able to speak more than English. The average student today needs to be technologically diverse and competent. Your background academically no longer does good is sufficient. You have to be great. You have to be superior. Does that make sense? So I'm not trying to frighten you. I'm just trying to arm you with some suggestions that when you go back to your institution, your school, and you also engage your coordinator or your teacher, you start thinking, ma'am or sir, what do I really need to do now to get myself on track so that when you hear from Mr. Bob,